We say amen to that. Your Excellencies, please be seated. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and your lovely wife, Your Excellency Vice President Kashim Shettima, and your lovely wife, Excellency the President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmad Lawan, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, former Presidents of Nigeria here present, and former First Ladies of Nigeria here present, Excellencies, Governors that are here present, members of the National Assembly, Excellencies, former governors here present, the APC top-level executive members of the ruling party, including the chair and the national secretary, members of the diplomatic corps, heads of international organizations, our revered traditional rulers here present, former ministers here present, heads of government and extra-ministerial departments, captains of industry here present, and I did see quite a few, friends, family, distinguished, invited guests, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Nigerians nationwide, all over the world, wherever you are, you're welcome. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to a piece of history, the inaugural ball for the inauguration of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My name is Eugenia Abu. I'm a broadcaster and a multimedia strategy expert, and a Nigerian. Working with me tonight is broadcaster par excellence and technocrat of no mean repute, Dr. Tope Ojeme. Tope?
Thank you very much, Excellency. It's an honor to work with Eugenia. Thank you.
Tonight is a night as beautiful as the luster of the night. All the stars are shining bright tonight. Gorgeous setup with many beautifully dressed guests in their finest regalia. The venue is resplendent in our national colors of green, white, and green, and all the flowers in the room have taken those colors. Truly an evening to celebrate. Excellencies, I have dressed in all the shades of green and one happy blue to show you my unparalleled Nigerianness. And Tope tonight has muted colors of pastel gray as the gentleman that he is. Tonight, we celebrate all things good, all things Nigerian. Nigeria continues to build its friendships across states and across the world. We celebrate with our food, our culture, our dances, and our relationships and intermarriages. We welcome you all and thank you for showing up in all your beautiful colors. But to truly welcome you tonight is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. And if he's in the room, can he do us the honors? I've scanned the room. Your Excellency, distinguished Senate President, sir, he usually will be sitting beside you. As we speak about what tonight portends and the beautiful ambience of the room, we remember those Nigerians that have done us proud. And only recently we had somebody like Hilda Bassi who cooked up a storm in Lagos. And I've always told Nigerians to be proud of what you have. There's really no place like home. And our jollof rice remains one of the finest across the land. Ahead, of course, we hear our Ghanaian brothers and sisters talk about how their jollof rice is better than ours. But I've had jollof rice from Ghana, and I've had pilau rice from Kenya, and I know that the Nigerian jollof rice, in all its ramifications, continues to take the cake. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate our culture tonight by the performances we're going to be seeing, by the dances that we're going to be seeing, and we would continue to keep you abreast from the Master of Ceremony and Director of Ceremonies podium about how we're faring tonight. Once more, I welcome you. I ask you to give a resounding round of applause to our President and our Vice President as they're seated before us to show them that we truly care. We welcome you all, and I'd now like to invite Topper Jeme to tell us where we're going next.
Thank you very much once again. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a moment because as Nigerians, we are very special people. And if you know the character of Mr. President, it is a character of love, a character of touching people. And so take a moment to say welcome to somebody in your Nigerian language. Just turn to somebody and say welcome, and make sure you say that in your language. I'm guessing that we would hear different languages because Nigeria, tribes and tongues. And I can see Mr. President and his wife welcoming themselves. Same with Mr. Vice President. So say welcome to somebody in your language. While this goes on, we will have interlude, and it's coming from a Nigerian music artist who has blazed the trail and done wonderful things in singing. Is Rahar, known as Rahar, but is Dauda Adam Abdullahi. And he will be taking the stage very shortly. If Rahar is in the building, we invite him to the podium, and as we expect him to take the stage in a while. We also have performances tonight by a special group of people, and I'm talking about the Explicit Dance Group. This is a special, unique dance group. A dance group that's brought together a couple of young people. A gentleman called David Abraham has worked so hard in bringing young people together, and he's made their lives beautiful. This is what Nigeria is known for. Explicit will come your way very shortly, but for the moment, please welcome with a round of applause, popularly known as Rahar, Dauda Adam Abdullahi. Here he comes. Now, while Rahar gets ready for his presentation, let me also keep you abreast. Okay, here they come, and I think they're ready now.
Hello. Yeah, okay.
I hope you are seeing what is happening now.
Upon all this thing we did, we scrapped this man like he climbed. We put on a stone to block him. He make the stone a step, he climb up.
Wow.
They don't swear at me now.
They don't swear him. It don't enter. It don't enter. Whether you like him or not. So now what will happen?
Me, the only thing I'm seeing this is like, say, when God said this thing will happen,
it will happen.
You can't change it.
Yes.
This is a God-sent president.
I don't tell you now.
We started from there.
It don't take.
No.
It don't take.
Let me explain now. What do we do now?
Okay.
We started from primary.
By the way, what do you want to do, sir? What do you want to do?
We bring Ojuju. Ojuju.
Make it do it.
20 people with Ojuju.
They
whole and they're poor. They're poor. They're poor. They're poor.
Because make it not be president.
Make it not feel even talk there.
Okay.
But this man cross the thing. Pass it.
You don't pass that one. So what?
If I'm to calculate how many things we do for this man, not to reach that place, we go reach tomorrow. But
okay, only tomorrow.
You go reach tomorrow.
I think so now.
Now, what thing me I dey beg you now one thing. How you go take media so that I go apologize? I don't say you don't say a better person.
Wait, you want apologize to His Excellency for all the atrocities where we now commit, say, make you not be president.
Do you know why I want to apologize? What do we dey fear? What do you do for Lagos? Make Lagos succeed. Him go do it for Nigeria. Nigeria go succeed and we go fail.
Okay.
I don't want that one. I want to make a big join the trend.
You don't enter the trend now. Baba know they do that. Everybody for Nigeria don't they inside the trend. You, even this old man waiting here. Now he there front seat. Yes.
No, I said make you have go take beg me.
Okay, you want to beg him?
Say make apologize because when we not send a better person.
Wait, you know
all the fight, the fight.
You know how you go do Papa, a simple man. Just apologize to Nigerians. Papa, you don't forget.
I beg my fellow Nigeria. Me, I not say when this man.
Wait, fellow Nigerians. When I say this man, shall we
when I forgive me, no, we go stand up now.
He don't try make president.
APC that
fushi masu fushi sai ta fushi bayan safa ta haushi ja gaba ya karbi kasa PDP ta sha kashi masu fushi sai ta fushi yan bakin gida ya aka ji ja gaba ya karbi kasa APC duk wanda ya ji masu fushi sai ta fushi asuwa da shi ne magwajin ja gaba ya karbi kasa ja gaba dai ja gaba dai ja gaba ya karbi kasa yan maka kone kuka ce ja gaba ya karbi kasa malam Tinubu ja gaba ya karbi kasa furandan Tinubu masu fushi sai ta fushi Bola Tinubu ja gaba ya karbi kasa na kashin Tinubu ja gaba ya karbi kasa Asuwaju Ahmad masu fushi sai ta fushi mani da murna ta kusa ja gaba ya karbi kasa tabbata ne san ku kusa ja gaba ya karbi kasa Asuwaju na murna ta bisa masu fushi sai ta fushi dan ka furandan na kasa ja gaba ya karbi kasa masu fushi sai ta fushi rarara an karbi kasa ja gaba ya karbi kasa dan gidan furandan na kusa masu fushi sai ta fushi sai mu ne da ja gaba ya karbi kasa da ka samu matsaya masu fushi sai ta fushi mun ta tushe bajiya ja gaba ya karbi kasa kowa ya taho ya rakiya masu fushi sai ta fushi da kashi mu kada ko ja gaba ya karbi kasa fi da furandan na yugo masu fushi sai ta fushi masu da kosi ta da ko ja gaba ya karbi kasa fi ta karci kasa ja gaba ya karbi kasa ko ta fada makasa masu fushi sai ta fushi kwando su ba su kusa ja gaba ya karbi kasa ashe sai ja gaba shine gaba ko da Allah mu ne gaba ja gaba shine gaba ko da Ahmad Tinubu ja gaba shine gaba ja gaba ja gaba ja gaba shine gaba Ashwaju ja gaba shine gaba Tinubu ja gaba shine gaba Alhaji Ahmad Tinubu ja gaba shine gaba ja gaba shine gaba Allah shine gaba ja gaba shine gaba ta mu da murna dare ja gaba shine gaba ira garba ta dare ja gaba shine gaba sai Tinubu a kauye gari ja gaba shine gaba ja gaba ja gaba ja gaba shine gaba masu lema ba za gari ja gaba shine gaba masu kwando za su yi bari ja gaba shine gaba na can haka shekin gari ja gaba shine gaba kullun kuda ja gaba shine gaba sai nan gaba ja gaba shine gaba
Mun gode.
ja gaba shine kasar mu ta tsaye no fargaba ja gaba shine
Well done. Ra, 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 ra.
ja
Well
gaba
done.
shine gaba
Buhari da ba ta gaba
ja gaba shine gaba
sai ku ta gaba sai gaba
ja gaba shine gaba
Rahar, political musician, and I saw the First Lady, distinguished Senator Tinubu, clapping her hands, and Mr. President with a very warm smile on his face. Rahar is very famous amongst politicians, and he has many songs for the President of Nigeria. At this moment, he's paying his obeisance to the President and greeting the Vice President and showing his loyalty and respect. Let's give another round of applause to Rahar for that electrifying performance. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the President does have a title that everybody is familiar with, which is Jagaban. And the Emir of Borgu Kingdom amongst our traditional rulers have cited the Olu of Wari. Amongst our captains of industry have cited and have also cited Mr. Femi Otedola, amongst others. Our captains of industry are here in their numbers. I just mentioned a couple of names of the ones I saw just as symbolism. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to have the welcome address. And as we deliver these historic speeches tonight, I urge you to please pay attention and to please settle down so that we can receive the message in such a beautiful hall as this. Time now for me to invite the Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Excellency Right Honorable Gbajabiamila, as he makes his way to deliver the welcome remark. Let's encourage him. It's a long walk, and His Excellency, the Speaker, will be making his way to deliver the welcome address for this inaugural ball.
Thank you very much. Thank you. His Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic, GCFR, Your Excellency, the First Lady, the Vice President and his wife, allow me at this stage to please stand on the protocol as already established. Mr. President, I have been coming to the villa for about 4 years now, or going on beyond 4 years. I've never seen the kind of traffic that I encountered coming in here tonight. And that is why I want to apologize for my late arrival. I was stuck in traffic for at least an hour, and there's still many more out there trying to find their way here, but stuck in that same traffic. Now that traffic, to me, is only an indication of the height and the level of popularity of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All roads lead to the villa tonight. Men and women are coming from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. Men and women of goodwill are coming from Africa, from the Middle East, from Europe, from the Americas. I don't think Nigeria or Abuja has been shut down like this for as long as I can remember. I am delighted to be here today and to welcome you all to this evening's event. Today marks the beginning of a new era. We celebrate the turning of history's tide and bask in the victory of democracy over cynicism, and celebrate the promise and possibility of Nigeria. Renewed hope is the motto of this new era. Now that hope is reflected this evening in the faces of the men and the women gathered here today from across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening is an opportunity to celebrate the values that bind us, the aspirations that inspire us, and the objectives that animate our national cause. Our purpose tonight is neither political nor partisan. Nonetheless, we must take advantage of our time together to prepare our minds for the work ahead, so that when we resume this nation's business tomorrow, we do so with clarity about what is at stake and the roles we each must play to help our country reach the best version of itself. I am as hopeful tonight for our nation's future as I've ever been. My expectation derives from the boundless excitement that heralds this new era and the supercharged energy of the nation, of the Nigerian people, who understand that in this new dispensation, we can, by the grace of God Almighty, achieve the grand ambitions that have eluded us for so long. It is said that cometh the hour, cometh the man. I am assured most of all at this moment by the quality and the character of the man who God has chosen and whom the Nigerian people have affirmed to be our President and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. On his behalf, I welcome all of you here this evening, and I wish you a delightful and memorable occasion. God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria.
When we resume this nation's business tomorrow, we do so with clarity. Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, delivering the welcome address at this beautiful inaugural ball for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Vice President. We thank you. Can we celebrate his words as we give him another round of applause? Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, the talent imbued in Nigeria, in all of us, is sometimes scary. Your Excellency, some of your citizens can dance, and the same person will know how to sing, and the same person will know how to cook. Some persons are lawyers, and they are also fashion designers. Some persons are painters, some people are songwriters. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, we have a young man before you who is painting away in what is described as speed painting. He's going to spend the next hour and a half doing the work that he is so well placed to do. Your Excellencies, this painter is a medical doctor, Dr. Fola David. He's doing that which he enjoys. He's a self-taught painter. He's a passionate painter. We will be getting to a point in this program, Your Excellencies, where this painting will be revealed. But for now, I have on my list of things to do tonight a documentary on the trajectory of the life of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from his childhood, through his school years, through his political career, and his position as the Governor of Lagos State. That documentary has been very well put together. And because we have technology on our side, it will be shown on our screens for all of us to take a look at the journey of this man who today has become His Excellency, the President of Nigeria. I call on the producer and the concept bearer to please assist media to put this documentary on the screen. Media, thank you very much.
On the wee dawn of Saturday, March 29 of 1952, a baby was born. Bola made his debut. His mom, Abibat Magaji, was a matriarch true. She'd equip him with wisdom and integrity through. Attending St. John's Primary in Lagos for a few. The Ibadan's Children's Home was the school he went to. In 1975, he proceeded to America to pursue a degree in accounting. His knowledge there grew. At Chicago State University, he got a worldview that would propel him to greatness, create new avenue. In big American companies, he worked with a crew, Arthur Anderson, Lloyd Haskins, to name but a few. In 1983, his return to Nigeria was due, so he joined Obel Mobile Nigeria and became a guru. In the private sector, experience he did thus accrue, started building a fortune without too much ado. The man made it his mission to always rendezvous with hard work and dedication in making legal revenue. Those painting him a hue, misconstrue, spew and true, Tinubu has risen to give Nigeria value. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy, as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome, as the hurdles succumb, Emilokun will become because Ashiwaju has come. His political career began in the 1992 year when he joined the SCB party as the main pioneer. Shehu Musa Yar'Adua led that factional sphere, including heavyweights from the front and the rear. He was elected to the Senate amid such big cheer, representing Lagos West in his legislative gear. In the June 12th annulment, Tinubu did thus appear as a founding member and the chief brigadier. Nadeko's democratic movement, fighting the frontier, he struggled for Abiola's mandate and was made to disappear. The military force exiled due to his harsh bombardier, as transition to the Fourth Republic was in the atmosphere. Tinubu returned home to resume his political career. With Adebanjo and Adesanyan's guide, he did thus adhere to jump back into politics without fear or insincere. Alliance for Democracy was his platform to domineer. He became the part of politics and determined to persevere. He stood for the position of governor of Lagos right there and won to become executive in a victory that's clear. In this role, he became distinguished from each of his peers. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy, as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome, as the hurdles succumb. Emilokun will become because Ashiwaju has come. As the executive governor of the audacious Lagos state, Tinubu applied innovation to revolutionize his state. He made investments with power and did concentrate on providing free healthcare to the frail and irate. He broadened the tax bracket and the revenue rate, transformed IGR from millions to billions straight. For Lagosians' employment, he set out to create empowerment drive to give unemployment a checkmate. For the infrastructure roadmap he constructed in the state that built roads and housing which were adequate. For students, he built schools that would educate. The one-day governor was a program he did activate, decentralized to bring governance to the people's gate, enacted policies for the vulnerables in order to compensate. Lekki Trade Zone and Eco Atlantic still do captivate. They were Tinubu's brainchild as he built his city-state. All sectors needing leadership, he made sure to cultivate an environment for the Center of Excellence to continue to be great. When he finished as governor, he continued to motivate. He built cerebral leaders and was the ultimate teammate. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy, as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome, as the hurdles succumb. Emilokun will become because Ashiwaju has come. Tinubu's politics evolved to a mightier scale when he provided platforms for candidates to sail. In 2006, Atiku was given the ultimate chance to exhale, flag bearer of Action Congress, with hope he won't trail. In 2011, Inaugural became the top male to lead the Action Congress Nigeria to a victory or fail. In 2013, Tinubu with other politicians proceeded to rail the opposition into a mega party for Nigerians to hail. He was a result of the great mergers cocktail, AC, NCPC, ANPP, ABGA, and PDP's remnant tail. So with the new coalition, Buhari put his motioning gale to deliver a 2015 victory in a political fairy tale. Tinubu forfeited the VP slot in order not to derail the balance of religion that some use as blackmail. He bought Ochibanjo and ultimately sold him retail, supported government through the good, bad and the flail. In 2022, becoming the presidential candidate on APC's rail, pitched Shatima as VP, making their opponents look pale. Tinubu has supported many in kindness avail. Now it's his turn to take the reins and finally prevail. The strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He'll overcome or outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokan will become because Ashiwaju has come. Now, the policy framework he couched for our great nation is an action plan built on a renewed hope citation, providing jobs with good wages as decent compensation, manufacture, create and invest goods for our dispensation, enact agricultural policy that promotes fertile cultivation, export more, import less to incentivize economic levitation, expand infrastructure and modernize their very foundation, harness digital economy, the arts and give tourism salvation, empower the vulnerable poor and those most in frustration, generate, distribute sufficiently from their electricity station, make health care, education, housing and affordable creation, establish policy to create a strong security calibration, remove oil subsidy to increase our domestic production, reform the education sector with better quality vocation, include women and youth in the brand new administration, build railroads and roads to boost our mass transportation. There'll be judicial reform and foreign policy elevation, adjust allocation and boost our IGR through robust taxation, provide inspiration, liberation and innovation in our federation. His manifesto shows a dedication to build on our foundation. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome or outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokan will become because Ashiwaju has come. Tinubu is a family man right down to his very core. Since 1987 has been married to a wife he does adore. When they met, the kindness in his eyes was what she fell for. They entered a union through that matrimonial door. Oluremi Tinubu is a lawmaker on the senatorial floor. She is his strength and his partner in life evermore. In total, he had 6 children, each admits utmost galore. But in 2017, we lost Jide and there was sadness outpour. His daughter Shade is a Iyaloja of Lagos Market Store. Sheikh Tinubu is his second son. He's a maestro for sure. Zainab Abibat Yinka are children that Tinubu bore. His brother Wale showcases his pedigree furthermore. He's a Muslim, his wife Christian, which does underscore his respect for religion and his love for peace, not war. An accountant, politician, a leader, and great deal much more. He is the lion of Bordelon who lives with such candor. He is a genius, he is focused and always ready to explore ways to empower his people to be better than before. His bravery reflects the broken shackle that he wore. He is smart, he is kind, he has become my mentor. I see him as the best person to be Nigeria's guarantor. Now that he has emerged as president, he will do all that he swore. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokan will become because Ashiwaju has come.
Excellencies, very
Since independence, we have had many.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an unbelievable performance poetry we have. What a beautiful delivery of all those words to describe the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And poetry remains one of the art forms that, like singing, has to be of great talent. Our poet performer, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, has held us spellbound in the last 10 minutes or so. May I now invite Otumba Ajiboye, who produced it, and the concept holder, Barrister Kanatu Musawa to take a well-deserved bow after that performance. Here they come. Let's give them a round of applause. We thank you so much. What an excellent outreach and story in poetry form of His Excellency the President. Please take a bow. Congratulations to both of you. Well done. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now invite Dr. Ojeme, who is anchoring with me tonight, to do the next round of activities. We thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention that the Oluwari is here with his absolutely delectable wife. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are about to watch a performance. By the way, bon appetit, because I can see dinner is served. And there is enough for everyone to eat and to drink. This will be silver served, and so your table will be attended if it's not already been attended. For the next performance, they are a group of dancers. Your Excellency, Mr. President, would remember that last year they performed. You watched them and you invited them again because of what you saw. They also just a few weeks ago performed for Mr. Vice President. They're a group of young people, orphans, who have been pulled together and they've been helped to become productive and to pay their fees, go to school. Some of them are now married. Over 400 young persons produced from this group. They are the explicit dancers put together by a certain Mr. Abraham, who will be leading them. Please welcome, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, explicit dancers. A round of applause will be appropriate, if you can, while you eat.
An arm of explicit home of labor initiative, an empowerment home with over 100 children, all living together under the same roof with Mr. David Abraham and his wife. They're all in school. Dance is a medium of reaching out an income generation for the home. Explicit has produced graduates, and a number of them are married now. Explicit is known for exceptional and sensational dance moves, and over the years has survived under the wings of philanthropists and well-wishers. Towards the beginning of this new administration, God brought us in contact with our great leaders, thus renewing our hope for survival. Explicit dancers.
Stop singing about Africa. Tell me when. Now we gotta stop singing about Africa. When? Now we gonna stop singing about Africa. Tell me when. Now we gotta stop singing about Africa.
Iṣẹ́ Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa jù tàfà lọ. Olólóló, let me see you. Olólóló, buka wọn. Let me buka wọn. Let me see you dey buka. Olólóló, let me see you. Olólóló, buka wọn. Let me buka wọn. Let me see you dey buka. Olólóló, let me see you. Olólóló.
want to thank you so very much. Tope, you have the honors to introduce our next act. I just wanted to find out, is there any one of these dances that you can do?
Well, it will take a lot of skill to do these dances, but I know that everyone did enjoy what we just watched. And it's so much more touching to know that most of these kids are orphans. Please do give them another round of applause. With this dancing, I'm told they pay their school fees, they get to pay their rents and get to live their lives. And some of them have become married. They found hope even when it seemed there was no hope. That reminds you of what we celebrate today, renewed hope. If you believe, please put your hands together once again. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman called Tok Tok is in the building. Tok Tok, where are you? Tok Tok. Tok Tok, you have the stage if you're around. If you're not, we may need to move on. Tok Tok, are you around? Tok Tok? Okay, then we will move on.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I did spot some of the governors and former governors as we walked into the room. The governor of Borno State is here. The former governor of Jigawa is here. The governor of Imo State is here. I see the governor of Anambra State, the former governor of Plateau, from where I'm standing. I see Governor Sanwo-Olu is also here, Your Excellency. I do also see the governor of Niger State, if I'm not wrong. But from here, the lights are pretty bright. And as we see other excellencies in the room, we would let you know. In the meantime, I'd like to crave your indulgence, Your Excellency, Mr. President and Vice President, to announce the names of committee members who have made all of this wonderful work extremely pleasurable and efficient. Right Honorable Gbadabia Mila, Speaker Abayomi Lili. These are members of the committee for this wonderful work here tonight. My friend, Sister Dabiri Erewa Abike, Ede Kelly, Edu Beta, Wale Edun, Anatu Musawa, Odufuwa Tosin, Olufemi White Olusheun, Ginika Florence Ijeoma, Suleiman Ibrahim Iman. And as we began our work, we received what you would call some validation from our Oga, Otumba Olusegun Oshoba. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Tope has the next set of activities. Tope?
We now bring in Mr. Tok Tok. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the most wonderful, delectable president ever in Nigeria. I greet you from the depth of my heart. Your Excellency, President Bola Tinubu, I told my village people that I will make it. They were yimming for me. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm performing to the president of the most populous black nation in the world. Have I not made it? Have I not made it? Thank you. Mr. President, sir, when they were saying the dancers were orphan, I make pleasure to let you know that I am also an orphan. So whatever package you have for orphans, please include my name, Tok Tok. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you so much. The past election brought out so many diversities brought out the, how do I put it now? Brought out the potential of politicians. One politician that I saw that came out with massive potential was the governor of Lagos State. Your Excellency, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, during the election became usher in the church to do campaign. I thought that was all. The next day, Babajide Sanwo-Olu became a dispatch rider, was riding Okada. I thought that was all. The next day, Governor Sanwo-Olu became a traffic warder in Lagos just to make campaign. I thought that was all until I saw him in the bus doing conductor, shouting Oshodi, Oshodi, Oshodi. When Lagos saw hit him, he don't know when he turned Oshodi to Oshomole, Oshomole, Oshomole. Thank you so much for, thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, during the election, a lot of things were said, and I heard our First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. She was saying, people thought they are rich, that they are not really that rich, that she had to borrow the sum of 1 million naira from our mama here, the wife of the Vice President, Mama Shetima, to handle a pressing need. I can't look Mama Tinubu, I beg, that 1 million, you don't return her. I need them more. Me say, I want to pay school fees. Lazo, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, you are resuming office tomorrow, but a lot of things have started working. The second Niger Bridge, motor don't they use them? Motor don't they go up and down? Air Nigeria don't they fly? Yes, you never start to the sign, but things don't they work already. Even Dangote refinery don't, oh sorry, they never start production. They say it's July. But I thank God, where Dangote, station is refinery, Ibejuleki, Dangote gets sense, so, hey, if to say he can't put that refinery for my village for Bini Uogwa, oh God, one day you go just sleep, you go here knock for your gate. Dangote, you go say, I want to buy fuel, 5 liters. People go come, they say their children, Osagbavo, collect cakes, go buy fuel, come for me, 5 liters. No, go NNPC or their pump, not the walk. Go Dangote refinery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I want to thank you for your courage. I listened to your speech earlier on. You made bold to say subsidy is gone. And forever, subsidy is gone. I thank you so much. My life done better. My village people now that they see me on TV everywhere. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Mama Tinubu, thank you. God bless you. Until I come to the Aso Rock again, I had my orphanage package. Make her come now. All right, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for Talk Talk. We move on to the next item, and Eugene Abu takes the honors. Mar.
Thank you, Tokwe. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it flows in the blood of most Nigerians, music. And at some point tonight, we're going to be watching the inaugural dance by His Excellency the President and his wife, Excellency the Vice President and his wife. But before then, help me welcome on stage man I call Mr. Melody, one of the finest singers and songwriters in the land. Praise, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, make welcome for praise.
Sir. Yeah. My days are years if you walk away. I'll cry 'cause I'm not ashamed. If you say goodbye, girl, I'm gonna break. I know my heart won't be the same. Not lying just to make you stay. You steal my heart if you walk away. Where's that? I wish you told me there was something wrong. Guess you held it too long. Girl, I know you're locked up in your doubt, but I know that we can work it out for the Sunday. Oh, don't reaching me. Oh, you for the Sunday. Oh, don't reaching me. Oh, let's go. You the push on my buttons, baby. For your heart, girl, I no go play. I surrender all to you. You the best my thinking, baby. Please come back to me, baby. I know we'll live without you. I wish you told me there was something wrong. Guess you held it too long. Girl, I know you're locked up in your doubt, and I know that we can walk it out on the side. Oh, yeah, don't reaching me. Oh, on the side. Oh, yeah, don't reaching me. Oh, break it down. Say, mine is the ears if I walk away. I'll cry 'cause I'm not ashamed. Say goodbye, girl, I'm gonna break. 'Cause I know my heart won't be the same. Not a lie just to make you stay. You stole my heart if I walk away. I wish you told me there was something wrong. Yes, you held it too long. Girl, I know you're locked up in your doubt, but I know that we can walk it out on the side. Oh, let's go. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, I wish we had more time to let praise serenade us tonight. Mr. President, praise has done an incredible job of bringing us some really delectable soft music, and he has calmed our nerves and prepared us for other activities ahead. Would like to give a round of applause to praise, the gentleman musician with a sonorous voice and lots of melody. Thank you, praise. We appreciate you. It's time now to bring and Kunga from their EP Hope Alive. Please help me welcome this twosome, Chudi and Kunga, to the stage. You've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Your time starts now. Matter of fact, it's already counting. Chudi and Konga.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, congratulations, Nigeria. Hey, woo. It's Chudi K. Too many blessings. I I know go freak out. That's why I'm seas.
On top, did you show go up a baby there? I want to go on the matter. Look, I get the Lucy. Hey, you show go up a baby there. I want to go on the matter. Anybody now? See, victory, our last you, victory, our last you, victory, our last you, congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to Nigeria. We don't go for Nigeria. Everything done better. Nigeria, congratulations. Whoa. Victory, our last you are you. 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 Let's go. All right. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, Father, on your mandate. Who did you get? Make way for the city boy. Everybody else for Jagaban. Hey, see, is the chosen one. Nigeria knows for Jagaban. Okay, see, Jagaban. Everybody else for Jagaban. Hey, see, is the chosen one. Nigeria knows for Jagaban. Shake dagada, tankamana, tangaski, shake sigi manga manga shisha dagada. Jagaban, abige dabir, malaele niya. Jefaleke, benaya Jagaban, governor Sawolu, governor Kanduji, GYB, Batabi Abula, Abdurrahman Abdullah. Hey, come on, it's QM baby.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Judy and Conga, a round of applause for them. And from energetic music, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we go to something a little more, perhaps unusual, described by purveyors of good music as alternative sounds, what my children describe as ote. That kind of music is arrangement over already existing Afrobeat. And we all know that Afrobeat is related to a man like Fela Anikulapo Kuti, whose music was played earlier on today by explicit dancers. Absolutely. And I think the song they played was Zombie. if I remember my fellow archives well. Having said so, I'd like to now talk about 3 young men, Barrister Ken, Stanley, and Roy. They describe themselves as Alternative Sounds, a live band DJ. Please make welcome for Alternative Sounds.
I know sometimes
Alternate sound.
Please do give them a round of applause. What a wonderful world it is. Here in Nigeria, talents abound. You find them in the north, in the west, in the south, talents everywhere. For all the young talents we've seen tonight and the many more we're going to see, please give them a round of applause wherever you are. Appreciate them. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're going to watch a very lovely dance as we hear the piece, What a Wonderful World. DJ, are you ready for that? Mr. President and his lovely wife will be taking the stage, and we're going to watch this beautiful dance. And I see Mr. President is set for this one, and I'm sure his wife is also set. So I ask you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to welcome our president and his wife as I allow Auntie Eugenia bring them up to the podium.
Excellency will be joined after 2 or so minutes by the Vice President and his wife. But first, they have the inaugural dance. What a wonderful...
We now invite Mr. Vice President and his wife. Mr. Vice President and his wife will now join Mr. President and his wife on the podium for this inaugural dance.
The colors of the rainbow.
Someone takes the stage.
King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, Kwam One. Congratulations. King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal has been the one that has performed for His Excellency the President and his lovely wife, and His Excellency the Vice President and his lovely wife. What an incredible performance. Did any of you see Mr. President break into one of those really fascinating Yoruba dances? And then did you see the Vice President in all his swagger show that he can dance? And then, of course, their wives proved that dancing is truly Nigerian. This time, we invite one of Nigeria's biggest voices. And before the biggest voice in Nigeria comes to perform, it's my pleasure with deep respect to invite His Excellency, the Vice President, to come and perform for us that important toast to this inauguration ball and to the beautiful people of Nigeria and His Excellency, the President. Mr. Vice President, sir, His Excellency Kashim Shettima. Let's give a round of applause, a warm Abuja round of applause to His Excellency, the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, as he makes his way to the podium.
Your Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my dear wife, the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, and his dear wife, our governors present here, our former governors, members of the business community, members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Victor Hugo, a French novelist and poet, once said that there is nothing as powerful in this world as an idea whose time has come. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an idea whose time has come. This is an idea that was not incubated 3 years ago. This is an idea that was cultivated right from 1992, when he joined forces with like minds and formed the People's Front. He has built relationships. He has built bridges. So the road that led us to Ashwaju did not happen by chance. He had shown a proclivity, a propensity, an inclination to invest in building bridges across the length and breadth of this nation. Exactly about a year ago, there was palpable tension in the land prior to the 8th of June APC presidential primaries. Dreams, when persisted, are capable of turning into realities. T.E. Lawrence once said that all men dream, but not equally. Those who dream in the dark recesses of the night awake in the day to find all was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes and make it possible. Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a dreamer of the day and hence a very dangerous political maestro. We are here to celebrate the inauguration of the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A man of ideas, a man of action, a man with a propensity of building leaders. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want us all to pick full of our cups and toast to democracy, A toast to the 16th President of Nigeria. May God grant him good health. May God grant him the serenity of mind. May God grant him the wisdom to translate the Nigerian dreams into reality. The worst curse that a Chinese man may wish for you is for you to live in interesting times. And indeed, in Nigeria, we are living in interesting times. And interesting times like this also come up with solutions. Interesting times like this are also pregnant with solutions. The gentleman seated over there is a man of ideas whose time has come. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, by the grace of God, those ideas will be translated into reality in the coming months and years. For Ashwaju's long life, for democracy to thrive in Nigeria, for peace and development in Nigeria, for the serenity of mind and wisdom and resilience to our dear President, for peace, progress, and unity of the greatest black nation on earth, for the peace and stability of the greatest nation in Africa. Let us toast in good health, in prosperity, in peace. May God bless us all. May God bless Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Vice President has proposed a toast in salute to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and everybody's glasses are being clinked now to celebrate this inauguration ball. Your Excellencies, you may be seated. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I did mention earlier on that we were going to have one of Nigeria's finest songstresses, an ambassador of Nigeria in music, a woman with a voice that is so celebrated, an award-winning musician, singer, songwriter, who started off really as a comedian, but today she's breaking the charts all over the world and our fine ambassador in music. She's also a judge on some of the most important singing contests and competitions across the world. Please help me welcome the phenomenal Waje.
Da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, I wish that I didn't have no heart. Say not only stone fell deep inside, I didn't have no heart. Oh, I wish that I didn't have no heart. Say not only stone fell deep inside, yeah. I wish I didn't have such an achy, breaky heart. When it comes to love, it's in a me they carry last. Say you don't love, and I don't love. So tell me who the love when nobody wants show. If I have to tell you all the things I got to say, I know once I talk, I'm here to turn walk away. Me, I wanna stay. Do you wanna stay? I wish I didn't have it no way. So now all this stone filled deep inside me. So now all this stone filled deep inside me. it be like say make I press rewind, hey yeah. Cause it's the kind of feeling that you can't deny. But me feel it and me hear it each and every day. See, I can understand it why you trip me this way. Why the love have to be this way? Tell me I wanna, but me can't wait for you. Your love, they make me happy, they make me hate to you. Oh baby boo, I pray for you. Now it's inauguration.
Yeah, my name is Adefunke Ajibade. I'm a landlord in Adron. We live in UK. They came in 2017 to come and advertise. I heard about them that time, but I was saying that Ayegunleyo is a very fast place and it's a bush area. We can't go and build there as we are living in the UK. So good for us that we bought in 2018, and we glad when we bought it in 2018, it wasn't developed as much as it was now. I will wish for anyone that wants to buy to just come down to come and see within 4 years what is developed here. The security is so amazing. So we expect everyone, home and abroad, to buy from Andrew Homes, buy a land from them, and we will never regret that to do that.
Adron Homes, building cities, communities, and homes.
On the news tonight.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu do solemnly swear.
Nigeria's new president, Bola Tinubu, takes his oath of office, promises to govern and not to rule over Nigeria. The inauguration of President Tinubu has the highest number of foreign heads of state delegations. Chairman and founder of Dar Communications, Raymond Dokwesi, dies at 71. In sports, Chelsea appoints former Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino as new manager. This is TVC News at 10, reaching you live from our headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria. We begin with the inauguration of Bola Tinubu as the 16th democratically elected president of Nigeria, where cheers and celebration filled the air. Nigerians today heard the most titillating speech in the history of the country's inauguration. In his inaugural speech, the president promised massive economic reforms and also to improve security. He made a bold declaration about Nigeria's unity and sovereignty, indicating the country will exist as long as the world exists. TVC News correspondents who were at the Eagle Square venue of the inauguration now reports.
A long-anticipated day. Indeed, it was worth the wait for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This inauguration will clearly remind him that elections have ended and the weight of the country rests on his shoulders. After swearing the oath of office that gives him legitimacy, Bola Tinubu was presented with the national colors that affirms him as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then comes the inaugural speech. a statement of intent. He first acknowledged how divided the country was as a result of a keenly contested election, but he committed to strengthening the bond that binds Nigeria in its diversity.
Who didn't vote for me? I thank you as well. I sent my hand across the political divide. I ask you to grasp the national affinity and brotherhood. For me, political polarization has faded away. All I see here are Nigerians.
President Bola Tinubu commended his predecessor for phasing out the fuel subsidy regime, an economic policy he describes as wasteful. Just as was promised in the Renewed Hope Manifesto, President Tinubu insists his administration will turn around the fortunes of the country, from security to the economy, and from agriculture to infrastructure.
We shall consult and dialogue, but never dictate. We shall reach out to all, but never put down a single person for holding view contrary to our own.
Now, President Bola Tinubu is expected to unveil his team, and they will be thoroughly scrutinized to see their level of competence, capacity, and political will.
A brand new commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, leading a new administration. The coming days will be crucial to see how his government will point the country in the direction of national growth and development. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Democracy thrives when the rule of law is obeyed and there are checks and balances among the three arms of government. Since 1999, Nigeria has had a peaceful transition from one democratically elected president to another. The inauguration ceremony to usher in Bola Tinubu as president was the 7th scheduled public inauguration conducted by Chief Justices of Nigeria. Section 140, subsection 2 of the Constitution and Section 10 of the Oath Act says, the oath of office shall be administered by the Chief Justice of Nigeria. In 1999, President Olusegun Obasanjo was sworn in by Justice Mohammed Owais. In 2003, when President Obasanjo won the re-election, he was sworn in by Justice Katsina Alu. In 2007, President Musa Yar'Adua was sworn in by Justice Idris Kutigi. In 2011, President Goodluck Jonathan was sworn in by Justice Mahmoud Mohammed when he was elected after completing the term of Musa Yar'Adua, who died in office. In 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari was sworn in by Justice Walter Onoi. When President Buhari won the re-election, he was sworn in by Justice Tanko Mohammed. Today, the oath of allegiance and the oath of office was administered to Bola Tinubu by Justice Olukayode Ariwola.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The swearing-in ceremony would have been performed by Justice Tanko Mohammed had he not resigned from office in 2022.
I, Kashim Shatima, do solemnly swear.
The Vice President-elect is sworn in before the President, a matter of practice and norm. Section 141 of the Constitution says there shall be the federation of the Vice President. Having their wives standing beside them is a case of culture and tradition in a constitutional democracy. The oath of office is contained in the 6th schedule of the Constitution and 2nd schedule of the Oath Act. Section 5A of the Oath Act spells out how the oath of office is taken. If the person being sworn in is a Christian, he would hold in his right hand a copy of the Holy Bible or the New Testament. If he is a Muslim, he places both hands on the Quran. If he is a Jew, he would hold in his uplifted hand a copy of the Old Testament.
The inauguration ceremony of the President of Nigeria takes place after every 4 years to mark the commencement of a new president.
A day to the inauguration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, many foreign presidents and heads of government started arriving in Nigeria. On Inauguration Day, many of them also arrived early enough. This support is obviously not to just register their presence with Nigeria, but a landmark statement that many countries are eager to foster better bilateral relations with Nigeria. It looks very promising already on the foreign scene, going by the inaugural speech of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria's president assures foreign investors that they will be able to repatriate their funds back home and that the objective of his government's foreign policy will be peace and stability in the West African region. Expert believes these policies will place Nigeria in its rightful place.
No nation can progress or can achieve its goal without peace. And peace works hand in hand or goes hand in hand with security. So in as much as he's trying very hard or he's going to try hard to maintain the security of life and properties, peace should be carried along. So we are ready to give him all the necessary support, all the necessary backing for him to succeed.
I have interacted with across African diplomats and they are looking upon Nigeria. Africa cannot make progress without Nigeria. So we are looking forward for a stronger Africa-centric foreign policy that will drive Africa. Africa is waiting for Nigeria, and they don't lose any opportunity to drive that road. So I am happy that the president has focused on strengthening African diplomacy.
With the inaugural speech of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is certain Nigeria is set to take its pride of place among the Committee of Nations. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
A journey that started at the APC convention on the 7th of June 2022 at the Eagle Square is at its climax in the same venue. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been sworn in as Nigeria's 6th democratically elected president. The Eagle Square in Abuja was brightly colored in Nigeria's green, white, green, and gaily dressed admirers of President Bola Tinubu filled the Eagle Square. One prominent feature in the fashion statement is the logo that symbolizes a broken shackle, now seen as President Bola Tinubu's trademark. But on the sidelines of these colorful events, Nigerians say it should also be a moment for deep reflection as they expect the newly sworn-in Commander-in-Chief to hit the ground running as soon as possible.
First of all, it talked about the unity of this country, about the fact that we are one people, and that is the crust of his speech actually. Without the unity of this country, there's no economy, there's no security. There's that sense of trying to bind the wounds of the country.
Done the best in Lagos, which everybody know, and to try to make even the southwest state and the whole over Nigeria.
President Tinubu has assured that his administration will be one that will be inclusive and will ensure no one is left behind.
Now the show is over and it's the dawn of a new administration, but it doesn't end here. All eyes are on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fulfill his promise of a renewed hope for a better Nigeria. The curtain now falls on the inaugural ceremony, and the next big event in the Eagle Square will be the June 12, Nigeria's Democracy Day. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.
So, a new chapter opens in Nigeria's history. Former Lagos State Governor Bola Tinubu takes oath of office as Nigeria's 5th president in a row since 1999. Elsewhere all around the city center and its environs, security personnel take charge, carefully scrutinizing vehicles to forestall any likely breakdown of law and order. It's the ever-busy AYA, The streets are virtually empty as commuters, motorists, and other artisans eke out their daily living. The pattern comes with so much hope. It is the 7th consecutive time power is changing from one civilian government to another in Nigeria. What this indicates is that Nigerians have come to accept democracy as the best option of governance. While they congratulate the country for a seamless transition, citizens now set an agenda for the new government.
Security is the biggest challenge of this country. I don't know where it's coming from, or I don't know where the problem is, but how I wish the person like President Tinubu to face security squarely.
Group people believe that this administration is going to bring more benefits economically, agriculturally, and every other area to the nation.
We need peace in Nigeria. We don't need anything Boko Haram, and we need enough food, enough work.
Do better thing for people. Now the thing where we want, because of we don't suffer. Now so everybody the talk, everybody suffer. Many people die.
The nation's challenges rest on the shoulders of the new administration. Don't pity me, rather pray for me. I applied for the job. I got the job. No excuses. I must deliver. Are President Bola Tinubu's famous words of commitment to serve. The last 8 years have no doubt been very challenging for many Nigerians, but Monday's inauguration of the Bola Tinubu administration heralds a new hope, which will become visible in months and years ahead. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Founder of Dar Communications, owners of Africa Independence Television and Ray Power FM, Chief Raymond Dokpase, is dead. His death was announced on Monday in a statement signed by his son, Raymond Dokpase Jr. The statement read, quote, "It is with deep sadness and heavy hearts that we announce the passing of High Chief Raymond Alego Anthony Dokpase, the Izomo of Wepawano Kingdom, who passed away on May 29, 2023. High Chief Dokpase was a beloved husband, father, grandfather, and friend to many. He will be deeply missed by all who knew him," end quote. According to Mr. Dokpase Jr., High Chief Raymond Dokpase was an accomplished businessman, a pioneer in the Nigeria media industry, and the philanthropist who dedicated his life to the service of his country and his community. The younger Dokpase says High Chief Dokpase's legacy will live on through the impact he made on the lives of many. May his soul rest in peace. When TVC News at 10 returns, Caleb Mufwang sworn in as the 6th democratically elected governor of Plateau State. We have details of this and many more after the break. Please stay with us.
My life is a whole lot easier now, even when I'm working from home. I still get everything done. Workout track. And faster too. Guys, I'll make my decision and get back to you. I take my meetings uninterrupted. Video call Catherine. Calling Catherine. Checking with Bay. No cracks. Go, go, go! Behind you, behind you! And when it's time to bond with my friends across the globe, I connect seamlessly, all thanks to my Airtel router.
Delivery is here.
Thank you. Be like me. Stay connected always with the Airtel home broadband.
Who are you talking to?
It's nothing.
You're talking to me?
No.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in,
keeps cavities out.
The new Colgate Mini Pack is now available at just 300 Naira.
Ovieme.
Oh, I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
But it's not the same without you.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible, and remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
This is TVC News at 10, and here is a reminder of our top stories. Nigeria's new president, Bola Tinubu, takes oath of office, promises to govern and not rule. Inauguration of President Tinubu has the highest number of foreign heads of state delegations. Chairman and founder of Rahar Communications, Raymond Dokwasi, dies at 71. Coming up in sports, Chelsea appoints former Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino as new manager. Thanks for staying with TVC News. Leader of the Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force, Mujahid Dokubu Asari, has already started rallying Niger Delta youth to support the administration of President Bola Tinubu as a get-to-work as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. He described the president as an advocate of democracy, committed to the principles of restructuring and federalism. We have details in this report.
The inauguration of a new president to steer the affairs of the country has already rekindled the hopes of many Nigerians. One of them is Asari Dokubo, a vocal supporter of President Tinubu, and he has also persuaded the youth of the Niger Delta to do likewise. As Bola Tinubu was at the Eagle Square, where he took the oath of office, Mujahid Asari Dokubo and his group were on the streets of Abuja celebrating the birth of a new president.
Ahmed Bola Tinubu had been from the beginning saying that Nigeria must be restructured, a country that will be truly federal. If that is solved, Nigeria go back to pre-1966. All the problem will be solved. Problem of revenue allocation, problem of everything will be solved. And that is where Ahmed Bola Tinubu stands. And that's why we stand with him.
Asari Dokubo believes the decades-long environmental pollution and flooding that has devastated the oil-rich Niger Delta region will now get the attention of the federal government.
Ahmed Bola Tinubu understands. He understands the plight of the people. He knows us, and we know him. I'm not going to set an agenda for Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I already know him. I know what his agenda are. His agenda is that Nigeria must change. Ahmed Bola Tinubu changed Lagos.
As a foot soldier and a subject of Mujahid Asari Dokubo, I think we've gotten a brand new Nigeria we advocated for. This is what Ijaw stands for. Liberation for Ijaw, liberation for Niger Delta. We can't be producing 75% of resources that control this country, and yet we get peanuts. I think this is a government for Ijaw people.
Asari Dokubo has told his people to hold him responsible if Bola Tinubu fails to deliver the dividends of democracy. But he is convinced Nigeria's new president will live up to expectation.
Caleb Mufwang has been sworn in as the 6th democratically elected governor of Plateau State. Also sworn in was Deputy Governor Josephine Pio amid cheers from party faithful and supporters who converged on the popular Ruang Pam Stadium to grace the epoch-making event. TVC News correspondent in Plateau State, Funam Joshua, reports.
It is the dawn of a new era for the citizens of Plateau State, with the official oath-taking of the new governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mufwang, and his deputy, Josephine Pio. Supporters of the People's Democratic Party, irrespective of age, tribe, religion, or ethnicity, all converged at the Rompound Township Stadium to witness the historic event. The two newly elected democratic leaders of the state then took the oath of office as administered by a legal justice.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that I will preserve, protect.
He pledged to tackle the acts of insecurity perpetrated by gunmen across communities in the state. He says the state is in huge debt of over 2 billion naira, but assures that it will take the challenge head-on and hit the ground running immediately.
With immense gratitude to God that I address you today as the 6th democratically elected governor of Plateau State. Your spontaneous outbreak of joy in rejoicing, in dancing, in singing, which lasted for days, is testimony of the cry and hunger in your hearts for a divine visitation in the days ahead. Today I prophesy that the new plateau by this inauguration is born. The glory of Plateau shall manifest in the coming years to God's glory.
The governor also reaffirmed that he will summon the political will to initiate policies and programs that will engender peace, progress and prosperity in Plateau State, among other issues of priority. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Jos.
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has called on the people of the state to support his administration to consolidate on the gains of his first 4 years. Governor Sule made the appeal shortly after taking the oath of office for second term in Lafia, the state capital. The governor stressed that no meaningful development can be achieved in an atmosphere of strife and disunity.
Nasarawa State remains the only state we can call ours. It is for this. It is for us to build it, nurture it, and protect it towards achieving the collective prosperity of our dream. No citizen is exempted from this responsibility as we look forward to a great future. Hence our decision to come up with the Nasarawa anthem, especially for our youth. The wordings of the anthem are meant to instill patriotism, especially in our youth, as is practiced in so many civilized nations.
Former Secretary to the Kano State Government, Usman Alhaji, has handed over power to the new governor, Abba Kabir. Usman Alhaji presented the handover notes to the new governor on behalf of the outgoing governor, Abdullahi Ganduje. The event was attended by Senator-elect of Kano South, Kawu Sumaila, among other top leaders of the new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. The new governor, Abba Kabir, on receiving the notes, expressed displeasure with the inability of the former governor to attend the handover event. On his part, the former secretary to the state government wished the new administration well.
We're going to sit down within the couple of weeks, or couple of days, We'll look at it. Where we are satisfied, we'll take action. Where we are not satisfied, we'll also take action accordingly.
It is indeed my pleasure to extend my warmest congratulations on your assumption to office at this auspicious time of the history of our democracy in the state. As you might be aware, from 2015 to date, my administration worked tirelessly to uphold the public trust and satisfy the yearnings of aspirants of our citizenry.
Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum says he will consolidate on his first-term achievement by completing ongoing projects across the state and ensuring lasting peace for economic growth. While addressing the people of the state after his second-term swearing-in ceremony, the governor also assured to employ 5,000 teachers in addition to 1,500 health personnel. The swearing-in ceremony could be described as one of its kind in the history of Borno, as it's witnessed massive support of government of the Lake Chad region. At exactly 9:30 in the morning, the Governor Babagan Azulum took his oath of office.
During our second term, inshallah, we shall sustain the current peace in Borno State and shall strengthen our security architecture and completely eliminate all forms of insurgency in the state. What makes me the happiest man here is not the commencement of the second term, but the fact that Allah is granting us peace in Borno State.
Mai Mala Buni has been sworn in for the second term as Executive Governor of Yobe State. The event, which was held at the August 27 Stadium, was graced by captains of various industries, politicians, and top business owners within and outside the state. In his second-term inaugural speech, Governor Buni congratulated President Bola Tinubu and his vice, Kashim Shettima, pledging to give all support in running a smooth administration.
President Tinubu deserved to be elected more than any of the presidential candidates, given that he was at the forefront of restoring democracy in Nigeria. On behalf of the good people of Yobe State, I assure him and the Vice President of our commitment and support in the onerous task ahead. Your Excellencies may recall that we adopted the principle of continuity, consolidation, and innovation when we assumed leadership of the state 4 years ago. This principle became the policy direction of our administration to continue, consolidate, and innovate on the progressive achievements of my predecessor and leader.
In a series of historic events, the re-elected governors of Ogun and Oyo State took their oath of office and were officially sworn in, marking the commencement of their new terms in office. TVC News correspondent Olaide Oyewole compiled this report.
Like other parts of the country, the inauguration ceremonies were filled with glamour and grandeur. The southwest region was not different, as the atmosphere wore a ray of hope and anticipation. Although the ceremony did not take place in states like Ondo or Osun and Ekiti, as they have of elections, it didn't take the media blitz of the events across the country. In Ogun State, despite the heavy downpour, supporters and residents were not deterred as they stormed the venue of the event, which coincided with Governor Dapo Abiodun's 63rd birthday. The governor thanked the people for re-electing him and assured he would keep to his promises.
I want to appreciate you, my good people of Ogun State, for giving us another additional opportunity to serve you for an extra 4 years. Your fleeting faith in our ability to deliver on our promises means so much to us, and we will not disappoint you.
Similarly, in Oyo State, the ceremony was initially disrupted by a heavy downpour. But the process of the oath taken by the Chief Judge of Oyo State, Iyabo Yerima, who swore in the governor, continued unhindered.
To the service and well-being of the people of Nigeria. So help me God.
The governor afterwards ruled out his plans for his people and promised to make them his priority.
I stand before you to renew that pledge and reaffirm these solemn words. I will always put your interests first. Therefore, I direct the creation of the Oyo State Mobilization Agency for Socio-Economic Development.
With the inauguration ceremony serving as symbolic transition of power, expectations are high as the governors are ready to steer their states to a future of progress and development. Olaide Oyewole, TVC News, Ibadan.
Sheriff Oborewori has been sworn in as the 5th elected governor of Delta State as he pledges to consolidate on achievements of the outgoing administration by completing all ongoing projects. The governor, who stated this during his inaugural address at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, venue for the inauguration, also promised to give Warri, the old city, a special attention in development. Governor Obore Warri and his deputy, Monday Onyeme, took their oath of office at the 5,000 capacity full stadium.
We advance Delta State to greater heights in people-centered policies, human capital development, and infrastructural renewal. With what has been achieved by the immediate past administration, the new government is supposed to advance the state through the more agenda. The existing entrepreneurship development programs will be sustained and expanded to encourage the creation of small businesses.
Newly sworn-in governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, has promised that better days are ahead for the people of the state. He gave this assurance when he was sworn in earlier today with his deputy. Bamidele Ajayi has more and will be back with business news.
Michael Okpara Square Enugu filled to capacity to witness the swearing-in ceremony. Party leaders, traditional rulers, academia, women, and different youth organizations are present. First to take the oath of office is Deputy Governor-elect Ifeanyi Osai, followed by Governor-elect Peter Mba. Peter Mba thanked the people for the support, pledged not to disappoint them by meeting their expectation.
I am standing before you pregnant with ideas on how to rescue our youths and indeed the whole of Enugu State.
Governor Mba promises to deploy disruptive innovation to achieve uncommon transformation, convene Diaspora Investors Forum, strengthen youth innovative ideas, and more.
We will equip our youth with e-commerce skills, fintech and cyber security skills, such that they will become globally interconnected.
Stakeholders in the state shared their expectations, highlight areas that need key interventions of government.
He has excelled in the downstream petroleum industries that is very highly competitive. Coming over here, we want him to come aboard with his background to organize this government.
I know that the governor will improve using community mind to be able to curb crime in the state.
Shortly after inauguration, the governor swung into action after taking the guard of honor to perform his first official function as governor of Enugu State.
We want to assure the people of Enugu State that within that 100 days, they will see obvious measures that we would have put in place also to guarantee their safety and security.
Governor Peter Mba hints the philosophy of his administration will be based on transparency, accountability, and have a multimodal transportation system. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Yes, earlier today, former Lagos State Governor Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in as the 16th president and the 6th democratically elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The oath of office was administered by the Chief of Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, the Eagle Square in Abuja, and also Senator Kashim Shettima was sworn in as vice president. Earlier with me today, the chief consultant at B. Adedikpe Associates Limited, Dr. Biodun Adedikpe, spoke on expectations from President Tinubu.
Industry Act and then the Appropriation Act of 2023. Both of them are very clear that post-June 2023, there will not be reference to subsidy any longer in Nigeria. So legally, subsidy is already out of the window. Now, the third premise for me is what could be, and that was the question I asked myself, what would be the rationale for those two laws coming together at the same time? One is PIE, making reference to first half of 2023, and now the budget also talking about the first half. So I now ask myself, is there anything that would change in terms of where we source refined petroleum products for. And of course, we saw that happen in the last 1 week, thereabout, when the Dangote refinery was inaugurated. And then the promoter, the chief promoter, put out a word that by end of July, early August, the refined products of Dangote refinery should be in our pumps. So which means then that we expect the product to be in the market on the one hand. Equally, I told myself at the time that there are 2 modular refineries also operating already in Edo and Delta. So if I take those 3 and I ask myself, what is the likelihood that in the second half of 2023, they'll be producing and distributing refined petroleum products? So I told myself, for a venture, that is what the government is looking at, that we no longer need to import at the volume we're importing.
Dr. Adedikpe there. Now, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, those in the informal sector have begun benefiting from the housing scheme of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in Kwara State. The housing scheme is funded under the Cooperative Housing Development Loan of the bank. More in this report.
The newly inaugurated housing unit, worth 500 million naira, comprises of 54 units of fully detached 3-bedroom apartments, is in collaboration with the Omowumi Multipurpose Cooperative Union Limited housing project in a suburb of Ilorin, the state capital. Speaking at the inauguration of the houses, the Executive Director, Loan and Mortgage Devices of the bank, who represents the Managing Director of the FMBN, Mr. Lukman Mustafa, says the project is part of the deliberate strategies of the bank to promote financial inclusion and continue to expand mortgage financing of home ownership for people in the informal sector.
Kwara State has enjoyed more than 10 other housing projects sponsored and financed by Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria before this. However, what makes this very unique is that it is the first project in the entire country that is targeted at the informal sector. Informal sector in the sense that the artisans, the technicians, the non-salaried earners are the target for this, and that is what makes it unique.
The host governor of the state, Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, who was represented at the inauguration by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mr. Yakubu Danladi, assures that the government will further partner with Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to provide more housing projects for the citizens of the state.
With this kind of initiative, as I said in my goodwill message, if it will be extended in other senatorial districts, it is going to be a good idea. And the partnership from government, as the state government with Federal Mortgage Bank, as representative of the government, we will try our best to see that there is a very good partnership between Federal Mortgage Bank and Kwara State government.
Some of the beneficiaries from the project bears their minds.
Because we couldn't imagine that we can have this kind of opportunity. Because initially we didn't know that it can become a reality like this.
The bank says they will continue to institute projects like one across the country to help address the present housing deficit plaguing the country.
In assuring its commitment to affordable telecommunication services, the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Dambata, has called for sustainability and improved telecommunication services for elderly and people living with disabilities. This appeal was made during the 92nd edition of the Telecoms Consumer Parliament in Lagos with theme Consumer Protection for People Living with Disabilities and the Elderly. The EVC states that the PLWD and the elderly persons are an important segment of the population that needs to be provided for, irrespective of their locations. Professor Dambata further noted that no one in the society should be disenfranchised when it comes to access to affordable telecommunication services and sustainability of these services.
We are not promoting what measures we put in place, ladies and gentlemen, towards empowering and protecting the consumer. Our 2442 came about. You know, this is a code that you can use to protect yourself from unsolicited text messages. We also emphasize the importance of the 622, a toll-free number of the Nigerian Communications Commission, which you can use to, lay your complaints, submit your complaints to the NCC, and these complaints, are normally promptly resolved. We equally educated Nigerians about the existence of our emergency communications number, the 112. I'm very, very proud to say all these three numbers are fully functional. If you want, you can try them. If you are receiving any unsolicited text messages, please send stop uppercase to 2442 and tell me what you receive.
We must ensure that all Nigerians, regardless of their physical abilities, have robust access to communication services. Globally, best communication standards dictate that telecom services must be accessible and user-friendly to all consumers.
Asian shares and U.S. stock futures rose today thanks to a weekend deal by U.S. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to suspend the government's debt ceiling, ending a protracted stalemate and providing some relief for investors. Now, this positive news lifted S&P 500 futures 0.2% in Asia, while Nasdaq futures from 0.4%. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside of Japan gained 0.3%. Tokyo's Nikkei surged 1.3% to a fresh 33-year high. China's blue chip is 0.1%. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index slipped 0.3%, weighed down by profit data from China's industrial firms on the weekend that reinforced growing signs of loss of momentum in the world's second biggest economy. U.S. shares rallied at the end of last week on hopes of a debt ceiling deal on optimism about artificial intelligence. Dow Jones Industrial Average ended a 5-day losing streak on Friday. Well, crude oil prices are beginning with a gain as U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $73.18 per barrel with an upward margin of 0.70%. Brent is also up 0.61% to sell at $77.42 per barrel. And Bonnie Light is up 1.02% to sell at $76.08. And OPEC basket is down 0.71%, selling at $76.94. That's business news. Next is sports. Stay with us.
OVMA.
Oh, I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
But it's not the same without you.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible. And remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
For an exclusive 3-time skin effect, try Nivea Men Deep powered by Black Carbon. For 48-hour deep moisture, a fresh skin feel, and a long-lasting masculine fragrance. Make an impact with Nivea Men Deep Impact Body Lotion. Try Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 48-hour antibacterial sweat protection.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. Her reason to imagine is slay. His reason is to be the GOAT. Theirs is to take the beat and make it lit. They want to test edgy until it is fire. Their reason for imagination is to add riz in style. Her reason to imagine is finesse. And hers is to find what's new and bussin'. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Many thanks for staying tuned. It's time to take a look at happenings in the world of sports. Chelsea have appointed former Tottenham and Paris Saint-Germain boss Mauricio Pochettino as their new manager. The Argentine begins his new role on the 1st of July 2023 on a 2-year contract with an option of a further year. Interim boss Frank Lampard took Chelsea to 12th in the Premier League, their lowest finish for more than 25 years. Chelsea say Pochettino was first choice and the only manager who was brought into the club for talks. He will work with sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart. The need for government at all levels to encourage private sector involvement in sports development has been emphasized as the country welcomes new set of leaders at both state and national level. The call was made in Lagos during a 3-on-3 basketball tournament held in the Center of Excellence. Sports correspondent Akinduwa Emmanuel has more details.
Sports is often described as a unifying force and a medium through which passion and skills are being expressed. This was the case as the Communities and Schools Slam Dunk Championship organized by the Adrian Sports Foundation is aimed at promoting the game of 3x3 basketball in Nigeria. The 3x3 is a variation of basketball played with 3 players aside in a half-court setup, playing with 1 backboard. It was adopted as an Olympic sport at the 2020 Summer Olympic Games held in Tokyo and at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. These youngsters, drawn from schools and communities across Lagos, gathered at the Lupeju basketball court for the thrilling contest of skills, stamina, and accuracy.
We came up with the 3-on-3 where, these participants will engage each other, they play, and then at the end of the day, we have a winner, at the end of the championship. We intend to, go national with this event. We intend to go across every other state in Nigeria, where we can discover more talents.
After a long day on the court, the trio of Deborah Jacob, Moyosori Adolphus, and Khadijat Ali, representing the Amazon Queens, won the female championship, while the male title was taken by the dominant Wolves team.
Amazon Queens are the champions!
We didn't have any sub. We're just 3. I'm still 1. It's not about being big. It's about having the brain to play.
I enjoy everything. It was fun. The dance, the basketball, 3-on-3. It was fun. And then it helped me build my confidence.
This is the most exciting tournament I've ever been to, number 1. And number 2, as people are plenty, I feel like this is a good thing.
Exposure as a player and also giving us chance to play basketball freely.
Looking at the event, we are also talking to the kids, taking them through financial literacy talk and also to encourage them mentorship on how to be great citizens and great leaders for the future.
In tennis, Novak Djokovic launched his quest for a record-breaking 23rd men's Grand Slam singles title with a 6-3, 6-2, 7-6, 7-1 first-round victory over debutant Alexandra Kovacevic at the French Open. The former 2-time champion breezed through the first 2 sets before encountering resistance from the 24-year-old American, whose lack of experience then showed in the tiebreak on the world's biggest clay court. But Djokovic ended the contest with a sizzling service return on his first match point to set up a meeting with Hungarian journeyman. The third seed has not dropped a set in the opening round of Roland Garros since 2010. So this was a daunting task for Kovacevic, who is of Serbian heritage and idolized Djokovic as a child. With that, it's a wrap on the sports segment of the news at 10. Abosede will be back for the rest of the news.
Lagos is the most visited state in Africa as the fifth largest economy on the continent. Covering the state and its government is no mean feat. It's a busy beat. We go beyond the curtain of tapes to traveling far into the deep.
I want to thank the Lagos State government for the healthcare facility.
To bring stories that cut across all spectrums.
A greater Lagos shall be ours.
We tell you stories that define our collective well-being as Lagosians. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
There is always more to a story than the screaming headline. The part of a story that is not told casts a shadow. It's like the part of an object that is not reached by light. On TVC News, I'm able to explore.
Finally, on TVC News at 10, Russian missiles have hit Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, following 2 nights of heavy drone strikes. They were all reportedly shot down, and there are no reports of casualties. Flaming debris from the intercepted missiles landed in residential areas in central Kyiv. Russia has launched 16 air attacks on the Ukrainian capital this month. The latest, however, was unusual because it took place during the day and seemed to be targeted at the city center. Air Force spokesman Yuri Ignat said the Iskander ballistic missiles were used in the latest attack and that it was possible S-300 and S-400 missiles had also been fired. According to reports, only 1 person was injured and all missiles were destroyed by Ukrainian air defenses. Russian authorities claimed all their targets had been hit. That's TVC News at 10. Glad you could join us. From all of us here, it's good night and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Never miss a moment. Instant breaking news from all over the globe. Live streaming of your favorite programs delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere on your mobile or smart devices. Download the TVC News app today. Available on Google Play and Apple Store.
It's always a great morning on the TVC Breakfast Show.
Thanks for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
With the array of stories that matter and what's behind them.
As you say, the first blow indicates the direction of government.
Tell us what really is going on between your union and the federal government.
Once it's generated,
if you don't use it, it's waste. We are not even sure whether we have a strategy for security.
Are you saying that there was nothing wrong in that?
Was he the one driving the taxi?
Answer the question.
Reveal your morning with all you need to know.
Yes,
just mundane lyrics.
Yes.
How does that fit into your scheme of events or duties right now?
No chief of staff, no general has the right to call a governor to order. The governor has been elected by his people.
Start your day right, because this is the breakfast show that adds to your breakfast. TVC Breakfast, weekdays at 7 a.m. only on TVC News.
Muhammad Ali was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky on January 17, 1942. His birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He began training as an amateur boxer at age 12, and at 18 he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. In his early years as a professional, Clay was more highly regarded for his charm and personality than for his ring skills. He sought to raise public interest in his fights by reading childlike poetry and spouting self-descriptive phrases like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On February 25, 1964, at age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again by denouncing his birth name as a slave name and formally took the name Muhammad Ali, which was given to him by his spiritual mentor Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. For the next 3 years, Ali dominated the boxing arena. Then, on April 28, 1967, citing his religious beliefs, Ali refused induction into the U.S. Army at the height of the Vietnam War. Ali was stripped of his championship and precluded from fighting by every state athletic commission in the United States for 3.5 years. Ali's message of black pride and black resistance to white domination was on the cutting edge of the civil rights movement. In October 1970, Ali was allowed to return to boxing, but his skills had eroded. On March 8, 1971, he challenged Joe Frazier, who had become heavyweight champion during Ali's absence from the ring. It was a fight of historic proportions, billed as the fight of the century. Frazier won a unanimous 15-round decision. Following his loss to Frazier, Ali won 10 fights in a row, 8 of them against world-class opponents. After defeating Norton in a rematch, he fought Joe Frazier a second time and won a unanimous 12-round decision. Ali was the first fighter to win the World Heavyweight Championship on 3 separate occasions. He successfully defended his title 19 times. His place in boxing history as one of the greatest fighters ever is secure. His final record of 56 wins and 5 losses with 37 knockouts has been matched by others, but the quality of his opponents and the manner in which he dominated during his prime placed him on a plateau with boxing's immortals. Outside boxing, Ali attained success as a spoken word artist, releasing 2 studio albums, I Am the Greatest 1963 and The Adventures of Ali and His Gang vs. Mr. Tooth Decay 1976. Both albums received Grammy Award nominations. He also featured as an actor and writer, releasing 2 autobiographies. Muhammad Ali retired from boxing in 1981 and focused on his religion, philanthropy, and activism. In 1984, he made public his diagnosis of Parkinson's syndrome, which some reports attributed to boxing-related injuries, though he and his specialist physicians disputed this. He remained an active public figure globally, but in his later years made fewer public appearances as his condition worsened, and he was cared for by his family. Ali was chosen to light the Olympic flame at the start of the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. He died on June 3, 2016.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
As we approach the gates of the female custodial facility of the Nigerian Correctional Service in Kirikiri, Lagos, southwest Nigeria, I realized